Hello pinballers, I just wanted to do a quick video about what to look for on a coil sleeve. I'm doing this for someone that also owns a pinball machine. I think he's fairly a novice at pinball repair stuff, so this will just be basically a video on when to change a coil sleeve. So the first two that I will show are I've put into the sonic cleaner, and one of them didn't get cleaned very well, even in the sonic cleaner. What I did was I put it in with a water, mostly water, and a little bit of crud cutter, which is actually for rust on that I've used for the metal parts of the pinball machine that I have, and sometimes it works on the coil sleeves and sometimes it doesn't. This first one I show, it didn't really get it very much well cleaned, so it's a coil that I have, or coil sleeve that I have to replace. And I don't know, it's really an experiment on the water and crud cutter. I don't know that it's really a good thing for the sleeves because it is a corrosive solution for the crud cutter. I mean, I don't really put a whole lot of the crud cutter in, but it's probably something I probably won't do. Although it does do a good job when it does clean up coil sleeve. But anyways, let's get to the coil sleeves. So this first one was cleaned in with the water and crud cutter, but as you can see, it still didn't get cleaned very well. So this one is going to need to be replaced. It's both inside and out. Don't know if you can see in there, but it's really dirty. It's pretty much like it is on the outside. It's really seen better days. This next one, it's not the same size, but you get the idea. It's the same water and crud cutter in the sonic cleaner, but it looks almost brand new. But the thing about this is I don't know if you can see inside, but there is rings inside. So even though this looks really nice, I may not use this because it has some slight rings around it. So I might put in like one or two sleeves that I have put in the sonic cleaner and see if they work okay, but for the most part I'll probably just replace all of the coil sleeves, even though they cleaned up the jet bumper coil sleeves that I did. Turned out pretty good, but like I said, most of them have a ring inside of them, so most likely just replace them all. And here is a third coil sleeve, which is the same size as the first one. These are brand new coil sleeves. I got them from Suzo Hap. They're probably anywhere to 55 to 75 cents, and some of them are some of the really long ones are about $1.20, which you usually don't need to get those. So let me get one of these out, and I'll compare them to the to all three of them. As you can see, it is really shiny. And 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 here's the two together. The top one is of course the one that needs to be replaced, and the one on the bottom is the brand new one. As you can see, there's a big difference. um, and the one on the bottom is the same size, so I can just throw this out, the top one out. Although since this is my first pinball full restore, I'm going to do a shadow box, and I'm putting all the parts that I do replace into the shadow box. So I mean, I don't have to do that, but I don't know, it's my high speed is not only something from my childhood that I played. It's one of my favorite pins, and it's also a classic among lots of pinball enthusiasts. Um, so it does have some kind of meaning to me. I won't do the shadow box for every single pinball machine that I do a restore on, but since it's my first pinball machine that I've ever fully restored, and something from my childhood when I played it way back when, I just thought, why not do a shadow box? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the palette that it came on to do the shadow box, so I can pretty much make it any size I want. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue some of the planks on the palette together, and patch up the holes that the nails leave, and so I'm basically trying to use everything that the pinball came on or came off of, kind of thing. So anyways, I hope this helped some of you guys just getting into pinball repairing. And although this is fairly simple, a lot of newcomers to pinball repair don't necessarily know to replace a coil sleeve, as that's most of the time that's what causes problems. Not all the time. Sometimes there's mushrooming on the where the plunger hits. It hits constantly on where the coil sits, and so sometimes that'll mushroom out. And if you see any of the metal have like a kind of a rounded look, or it looks like it's been dented, or the metal is coming over, like it's kind of overflowing. Uh, that's basically an indicator to replace the metal uh, metal piece. Sometimes they'll be uh, really nice and have it so that you can unscrew the piece that the coil sits on, but not always. Sometimes it's all one piece. So, but at least they're not too expensive to replace those metal pieces. Um, but yeah, a lot of the time you basically want to check the metal of where the coil sits, and also replace the coil sleeve. Uh, and basically this was showing when to replace it, because when it gets this bad you do want to replace it, because this will most likely cause sticking and or sometimes flipper chatter, but also flipper chatter can be caused by the mushrooming also, so it's always good to check both. If something is going haywire with the flippers, most likely uh, replace the coil sleeve and check the metal post thing that the coil sits on, and most of the time that'll get take care of the problem. Um, and I think that's pretty much it. If I think of anything else, of course I'll do a video on it. Um, so, and of course, if anybody would like to request a video uh, or repair video for pinball machines, let me know. My email is repairs@pinballreviewer.net, and of course you can leave a comment on this video. Uh, and since I've got my pinball machine pretty much all torn apart, I can pretty much show any part of my pinball machine. Um, and I can even do something on the boards. I am going to get all the capacitors replaced, and I'm looking to get the bridge rectifiers replaced as well, because I heard from other pinball repair guys that when you replace the caps, you most likely need to replace the bridge rectifiers. So I'm looking at getting caps for all the boards, because there's some caps on pretty much all of the boards except for I think the scoreboard I think is the only one that doesn't have a cap on it. But anyways, I'll be happy to help out if you have a pinball machine and you're new. Granted, I don't know everything because I'm fairly new myself, but we can stumble uh, around with repairs together. So hope you enjoyed the video, and till next time, later.